um, you do workshops on forgiveness. Can you just run us through some of the main points and activities of this workshop? Because this is such an important topic for everyone and for devotees to release, the resentment that they have in their hearts.
So I asked the students to write down what the issue is, just briefly. The whole, just whatever happened, whatever you felt, you write that down. Right? And especially how you feel about it. Well, I felt betrayed, angry. I felt that was a lack of integrity on his part, or he broke my trust, and so on, right? And if at the end of the workshop you ask them to write their story, which I do, it's going to be a different story. It's going to be a story which becomes the foundation for their forgiving. So the whole workshop is meant to change how they see that event, so they can see it in a way which would foster compassion for the person, which foster understanding. Why did that person do what they did? Maybe that person who betrayed you was actually forced to tell you that, and he argued on your behalf over and over again to defend you, but you didn't know that. And he was just being ordered, no, we don't have the money to support this person. You don't know that, there's lots of background information behind why people act. Or maybe there could be so many reasons. That doesn't matter why. There could be so many reasons. And then you start looking at, well, maybe I have good reasons to be resentful. Maybe I don't understand the good reasons not to be resentful. But what is it costing me? So we go through the costs, and the costs are enormous. And then I say, okay, well, what are you getting from it? It's a pretty high price. What are you getting from it? And what are we getting from it? Stress, anxiety, loss of Krishna consciousness, loss of relationships. So we start to look at it from a perspective of, this is not really what I want, even though I can understand why I'm resentful. I'd rather not be, and I'd rather learn to see if I could see it in a different way. And so then I asked them to feel, like, what does your resentment feel like? And the interesting thing about this is that we go through an exercise where you get in touch with, well, how does it feel and where does it feel in your body? And a lot of people can actually feel, right? I feel it like in my heart or on my chest or on my shoulders or on my head. They can feel it physically if they meditate on it. And then I asked them, well, give an analogy. What does it feel like? And like, I'm locked in prison, I'm drowning in the ocean of poison. My neck is tied with a chain to the ground, etc. Knives in my body. So, and then I asked them, I said, did you ever realize that you feel this way? And they all said, no, I didn't. So you're learning to see it from a different perspective. You're starting to see it from the perspective of the person who hurt you. You're starting to connect with, what are the consequences of this? You're starting to connect with how you feel and how horrible it is. So then I asked them, just take the part of Krishna. And your partner will be you, and you as Krishna will tell your partner why I put you through this. What did I want to see come out of you by putting you through this? I wanted to help you learn how to see things differently. I wanted to help you understand that you needed this to push you forward, whatever it was, right? And so after teaching it many, many times, I came to the realization of at least one of the things that's happening is they're rewriting their story. So when they come out, they have a story which supports forgiveness. When they came in, they had a story which supports resentment. So then, now I'll ask you and everybody listening, if you have an issue, whatever the issue is, whether it's resentment or anything, If you're not able to let it go, it's most likely, if not 99.9%, I don't want to say 100% because there may be exceptions, your story is supporting it, and whatever it is. So you have to look at your life and your thinking process to see if the very thing you want to give up, you're supporting by the way you think and by your actions. And you can apply this to anything. Like, what's your story? When you ever slip and fall, you'll have a story, which is just a rationale. Yeah, that's my message. All of you who can't forgive, it's because you have a story which is supporting it. And you're going to have to change that story to something more compassionate, more understanding, and learn from that event. And then you'll see actually it was good. You may see that actually the event was good.